second.
There's a place in Poplar Bluff called the Wilcox Road, the Wilcox Light.
Okay.
And rumor has it that a man got run over out there.
See, they say the same thing at Fahrenberg Light.
And my brothers told me about that.
I've seen the Fahrenberg Light. Yeah.
I've seen the Wilcox Light once. Scared the shit out of us, brother.
What did it look like?
The car wouldn't start. It looked like a train light and made absolutely no sound. And when we went to start the car for about a minute, it wouldn't start. It just went, no. I told Chris, I said, let's get the hell out of here. And the girls in the back, they're screaming bloody murder, you know. And finally the car started and we just tore out of there. But these teenagers, they went out there and they played the suicide game. And they'd park on the train tracks. And there were 4 kids in there. 3 of them got killed, 1 of them got out.
What did they sit on the tracks for?
Game, boredom, trying to see if the light was real, and got hit by a train.
Oh, wow.
And this was in like the last 5-6 years. It was on the news.
Wow.
And you can find it on some paranormal sites about the Wilcox Light in Poplar Bluff, Missouri. Right. And I was out at my friend's house, and he had one of those readings that we would talk to you.
Right.
He broke this thing out, and I got a real weird feeling as soon as he broke it out, and I realized what it was. And you could hear the spirits talking through this freaking box, dude.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
This girl,
Scott has something like that at American
One
Ghost
of these girls that got killed in that suicide game, I'm not going to say her name because of her family, but she was screaming for her mother.
Right.
And these spirits were chasing her in another realm. And she's trying to get away from those spirits, screaming for her mother.
When she was in the car?
No, in this box. We were hearing it live,
in
real time, dude.
No
And I told my buddy, I said, turn that son of a bitch off. I'm leaving. And I gave him a hug. I said, I love you, brother, but that's just too fucking weird for me. I'm out. And I got in my truck and I left.
You could hear her screaming?
Screaming. And the spirit's going, ha, 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 I'm going to get you, you're mine, I'm going to eat you. Just all kinds of crazy things to this little teenage girl's voice. And it's ping-ponging back and forth out of this box, and these levels are going.
So I hate to.
That's just too much for me, brother.
I hate to just stay on ghosts, but what do you? I mean, I'm just always curious. That's what the podcast is for.
Dude,
these freaking these musicians come on here and give their opinion about the paranormal and Bigfoot and all that stuff and aliens, and we talk about all kinds of things, but the ghost thing to me is it's very interesting because I've lost so many people in my life, and there was a time this last week that I was driving home and I felt my grandmother was in the truck with me, and I hope they don't see everything that we do. That wouldn't be good, but I'm saying that's why I was wondering if you thought that these ghosts have minds of their own. That's the thing. They're in a soul. It's a soul. But, I mean, how do you think it works? Do you think some people just don't get to the pearly gates and they're stuck down here? Or do you think that they're stuck down here for a while and this is purgatory?
I think it's both, to be honest with you. I think that some people get to come back and visit in spirit to check on their loved ones, the ones that are right, in their heart. And then I think some of them just fell such an ill fate that they never could get right and could be just trapped like the theater. And here's the deal. There is no definite answer because there's so damn many variables of each situation being so different. How do you pinpoint facts? I mean, it's not a cut and dried subject. Right. It's not.
But now these things that communicate back and forth to you, it weirds me the hell out. It makes me feel like that they're not good. That if they communicate with you, that That's probably a demon, demonic. Wouldn't you feel?
Not really. My mother got sick. She passed away right at 25 years ago. Well, the last picture that I took of her was on Christmas Eve in her nightgown sitting on the couch opening presents. And at the time I took that picture, I never realized that this is the last picture that you'll ever take of your mother. And about every year, either Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, lights will flicker off and on. I was in the bathroom, getting out of the shower, put my stuff on, seen a shadow walk behind me, and I turned around, and there was nobody there. And I remembered I was alone in the house because my wife was at work and my son was at work. And I go, that was Mom. And like you said, they get to come back and check on their loved ones. I really feel that deep down in my heart. And I don't think every spirit gets that chance.
Right.
Just a chosen few. That's just my view. Only because of the experiences I got to experience. The ones in the Rogers Theater, because of the tornado and those 88 people getting killed that we know of,
Right.
the body count was 88. I think those people are trapped.
It's just odd that we don't talk about it very much because, see, there's ghosts all over freaking New Matter because that earthquake killed a lot of people. Was it 2,000, 3,000 people?
I'm not sure.
Well, it wasn't as much as the Galveston, Texas hurricane, and that was like, I think that was 3,000.
1901
Can you
or
look that up,
1903
Jackson?
or
See how
something.
many people got killed in Galveston? But they say that place is spooky as hell because of that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure New Orleans has always been spooky.
Well, if you think about where we're from, Malcolm, we had the Civil War, we had the earthquake, we had the tornado, we had the super tornadoes that come through. There was like 11 tornadoes that went for like 240 miles, all the way up through the Ohio Valley and all that, killing hundreds and hundreds of people. There's been a lot of trauma and heartbreak and death
Right.
in that area.
Oh,
and
man.
not all those spirits and all those people and all those souls are the same. You've got the good and you got the kind of good, and then you got the average folks like us, and then you got the people that, think that they're better than you, and you've got all these different classes of people.
Yeah, you do, very much.
And they all, people from all those classes all died at the same time. And who's there sorting out those cards? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What happens to them? There is no definite cut and dried facts on what happens to those souls and those energies. And that to me, that's what's so damn fascinating about it,